This video is about her love was pure but her wolf was silent. If this story captivates you, please like the video, share it with loved ones, and write in the comments how it touched your heart. Her love was pure but her wolf was silent, Part 1. The moon hung high over the whispering pines, casting silver beams through the trees like delicate strands of silk. In the heart of the forest, the alpha howls echoed, a haunting melody that stirred the primal instincts within every wolf. Yet, for one young woman, the echoes filled her with dread. Arya stood at the edge of the clearing, her heart racing as she tried to summon the courage to step forward. The air was thick with tension, charged with the energy of the pack gathered for the minute rite. Beneath the azure night, all wolves embraced their true forms, yet Arya remained still, a beautiful enigma shrouded in silence. "Why do you hesitate, Arya?" A deep voice shattered her thoughts. It was Ethan, the pack's beta, his golden eyes piercing through the darkness. "Tonight is the night you must embrace your wolf, you cannot remain silent forever." Arya's gaze dropped to the ground, a mix of shame and fear swirling within her. "I don't know if I can," she whispered, the words barely escaping her lips. "What if she doesn't come? What if she rejects me?" Ethan took a step closer, his expression softening. "You are destined to bond with your wolf, Arya. That's part of who you are. We've all felt it, the call, the connection. You must trust in it." "Trust?" She laughed, though it was hollow. "Trusting something I cannot feel. My wolf is silent, Ethan. She has been quiet since I first came of age. I fear she may never awaken." He reached out, brushing a strand of hair behind her ear. "You are not alone in this. I'll be by your side, always." Ethan's gaze flickered with something deeper, a longing that sent a shiver down her spine. Arya's heart ached. She had loved him from afar, his unwavering loyalty captivating her. Yet the thought of their fate intertwined, of him as her mate, made her stomach twist. "What if I am not meant to be with you? What if you deserve someone stronger, someone whole?" He stepped closer, his breath warm against her cheek. "You're whole, Arya. It's just that your bond with your wolf hasn't manifested yet. You reach strong in ways you cannot see." Before Arya could respond, a bone-chilling howl shattered the moment. It belonged to Alpha Rylan, resounding through the trees, summoning them all to the right. She felt the energy shift, a collective anticipation igniting the air. "Come," Ethan urged gently, extending his hand. "We cannot ignore the call, you must face this." With a deep breath, she placed her hand in his, the warmth of his grasp both comforting and terrifying. Together, they stepped into the clearing where the pack awaited. The moon bathed them in ethereal light, illuminating the faces of the wolves gathered, their eyes glimmering with excitement and hope. Alpha Rylan stood at the center, his powerful presence commanding respect. "Tonight, we honor the bond of mates, our sacred ties to one another and to the moon," he proclaimed, his voice resonating through the crowd. Arya's heart raced, the weight of the moment crashing over her. She glanced at Ethan, who smiled encouragingly. But even the glow of the moon couldn't mask the fear clawing at her insides. What if she failed? What if her wolf remained locked away, forever silent? "Arya," Rylan's voice called, breaking through her thoughts. "It is time for you to step forward." As the pack turned their gaze upon her, Arya felt the weight of their expectations. She took a trembling step forward, Ethan at her side. I am here," she stammered, her voice wavering. "Tonight, you will connect with your wolf, listen to her, feel her," Rylan instructed, his tone firm yet encouraging. "In this circle, your soul will intertwine with hers." Arya closed her eyes, trying to quiet the chaos in her mind, searching for the flicker of her wolf within. For a moment, it felt as if the world around her faded, leaving only the echo of her heartbeat. "Where are you?" she whispered to the silence, desperation creeping into her voice. But the silence remained, cold and unyielding. Panic surged through her, and she opened her eyes, desperation bubbling over. I can feel her." Ethan squeezed her hand, grounding her. "You are not alone. Just breathe, Arya. Focus on the bond we share. We reconnected, remember?" The energy around her felt charged, every wolf in the pack attuned to her struggle. In that moment, she sensed their unified support, their belief in her. "Please," she whispered, tears stinging her eyes. "Trust the moon, trust yourself," Ethan murmured softly, his voice a balm against her turmoil. With each heartbeat, she tried to push away the fear, envisioning a luminous thread connecting her to the moon above and to Ethan beside her. "I am here. I am ready to listen," she breathed, letting her heart guide her. Yet the silence remained, and with it came the weight of rejection. "What if this is all there is?" she thought bitterly. "What if I am destined to be alone?" Suddenly, a flash of warmth ignited deep within her, a flicker that felt both familiar and foreign. "Is that you?" she whispered, her breath itching with hope. A surge of energy coursed through her, igniting her senses, and for the first time, she heard a whisper, a soft, gentle voice calling her name. "Aria." But just as quickly as it came, the warmth dissipated, retreating into the shadows of her soul. Panic clawed at her throat. "No, don't go," she pleaded. "I need you." Ethan stepped closer, his eyes searching hers. "Stay with me, Aria. Focus on the connection. Don't let fear take over." "Aria." Rylan's voice cut through the haze, commanding attention. "You must not only seek your wolf, you must embrace her. She is a part of you." With a newfound determination, she steadied her breath. "I will not let you go," she promised, summoning every ounce of strength. "You are a part of me." And in that moment, she felt it again, an echo of warmth, a flicker of light. "Yes." The word burst from her lips, igniting a fire deep within. "I want to give up on you." "Let her in, Aria," Ethan urged, his voice a steady anchor. "Feel her strength, feel her love." Aria closed her eyes once more, focusing inward, searching the depths of her being. The silence that had enveloped her for so long began to crack, splintering like ice under a relentless spring thaw. "I know you read there," she whispered fiercely. "We are meant to be together. I can feel you. Don't hide from me." And then, as the moon aligned perfectly with the stars, a surge of power coursed through her veins. The connection exploded into dazzling brilliance, illuminating her mind and heart. A deep growl reverberated through her, a sound that was both terrifying and exhilarating. "Aria!" The voice was no longer silent, it roared through her, filling every corner of her soul. "We are one." Her heart soared. She felt the undeniable bond, the connection steeped in love and loyalty. In that moment she became whole. But with the joy of this awakening came the shadows of doubt and fear. In the crowd surrounding her, she caught a glimpse of a familiar face, Selena, the Alpha S daughter, watching with an expression of jealousy etched across her features. Aria's newfound strength wavered. Would her awakening bring her closer to Ethan, or would it tear them apart? She felt the weight of the pack's expectations, the burdens of love and loyalty pressing down upon her. "Aria, you did it." Ethan's voice broke through the haze of her thoughts, his joy infectious. "You found her?" "Yes," she breathed, her eyes shining with tears of relief and joy. "I found her." But as the celebration around her erupted, the shadows of doubt lingered. In the depths of her heart, she wondered if love alone would be enough to overcome the challenges ahead. As the moon cast its glow upon the clearing, Aria realized this was only the beginning of a journey fraught with trials and tribulations. Her wolf was awake, but the path of their destiny remained uncertain. With Ethan's hand in hers, she stepped into the unknown, ready to face whatever awaited them together. But as the pack howled in celebration, she couldn't shake the feeling that the real storm was just beginning. Her love was pure, but her wolf was silent. Part 2. The moon shone brighter than ever, illuminating the clearing and casting dancing shadows around the celebrating pack. As howls of joy echoed through the trees, Aria felt a mixture of elation and trepidation. She was finally whole, but the whispers of doubt still clung to her heart like dew on morning grass. "Aria, we have so much to celebrate." Ethan's voice was a melody amidst the chaos, his golden eyes sparkling with pride and joy. He pulled her closer, the warmth of his body grounding her in the storm of emotion swirling within. "Yes," just as she hesitated, feeling the weight of Alina's gaze piercing through the jubilant atmosphere. "I just wish I could shake this feeling, Ethan. What if my wolf draws attention to us? What if someone doesn't want this bond?" He brushed his fingers against her cheek, his touch igniting a spark of confidence within her. "Let them stare. You are strong, Aria. You've awakened your wolf, and they will learn to respect that. You are part of this pack now, fully." Her heart swelled at his words, yet a knot tightened in her stomach. "I fear it might not be enough," she whispered, glancing toward the edge of the clearing where Alina stood, her expression a mask of simmering resentment. "Don't you let Alina's glances distract you. She has always been jealous of your connection to the pack, but you have something far greater now." Ethan's voice was low, intent. "You have your wolf inside of you, and you have me." Aria's breath caught in her throat. Did he really believe that love could conquer the shadows that loomed over them? Her heart fluttered at the thought, but a darker feeling chased it away. What if our love isn't enough? What if this awakens a storm we can't face? Just then, Ryland stepped forward, the Alpha's commanding presence immediately silencing the crowd. Tonight, we embrace our bonds, but we must also recognize the challenges that lie ahead. New power brings new dangers. Know this, area. His voice was steady, but the weight of his words hung heavy in the air. What do you mean? Ari felt the pulse of her wolf within her, echoing her uncertainty. What dangers could there be? There are those who covet power and long for the downfall of our pack. Your awakening has stirred a fire, and not all will rejoice, especially those who feel threatened by it. While an gaze darted toward Lena, who stood with her arms crossed, a storm brewing behind her emerald eyes. Let them come, Ethan said defensively, stepping protectively closer to Arya. We will stand together always. Brylan nodded slowly. Unity is our strength, but we must also be cautious. Trust must be earned and alliances forged carefully. Arya could only nod, the weight of destiny settling heavily upon her shoulders. She felt like a candle newly lit in the shadow of a dark storm, flickering yet determined to hold its flame. I'll do whatever it takes to protect us, she vowed softly. As the night wore on, the celebration continued, laughter weaving between the trees like a charm. Yet as the pack danced in their joyous revelry, Arya caught herself glancing back at Alina, who stood apart from the crowd, her expression shifting from envy to something darker, something more dangerous. Is she going to challenge me? Arya whispered to Ethan, her heart racing. I can feel the tension. She is not just jealous, she is angry. Ethan turned to face her, his expression softening. You be strong, Arya. If she dares to challenge you, I'll be at your side. The pack stands with you. But what if she tries to take you from me? The thought clawed at her, sharp and relentless. What if she tries to prove that I am not worthy? Don't you think like that, Ethan urged, cupping her cheek. You are worthy. You've proven that tonight. Your wolf is powerful, and I believe in you. But Arya felt the shadows lurking at the fringes of her mind. Doubt whispered insidiously. What if she is right? What if I am just a fragile ember in a world of flames? Before Ethan could respond, Alina strode forward, her presence a chilling contrast to the warmth of the celebration. So the silent one finally found her voice. Her words dripped with mockery, drawing the attention of the pack. The laughter faded, eyes shifting from Arya to Alina, tension weaving through the air like thick fog. We all knew you had a wolf inside you, Arya, but let us see how strong you truly are. Ethan stepped in front of Arya protectively, his voice a low growl. Enough, Alina, this is not the time. Though, but it is. Alina's smile was sharp, a predator playing with its prey. Let us have a little demonstration, shall we? I challenge you, Arya. Prove your worth before the pack, or will you hide behind the veil of your new power? Don't you do this, Ethan pleaded, his gaze darting from Alina to Arya. You don't have to prove anything. But the challenge had been thrown, and the atmosphere crackled with anticipation. Arya felt her wolf stir within her, the growl rising from her core, a reflection of the emotions coursing through her. I won't back down. I am not afraid of you, Alina. The pack murmured, excitement and anxiety blending as they formed a circle around the two women. Very well, Alina said, her eyes glinting with a fierce light. Let us see who truly deserves to stand beside the alpha. As the challenge was set, Arya felt the weight of the moment pressing down upon her, the eyes of her pack heavy with expectations. She glanced at Ethan, who nodded encouragingly, his expression unwavering. You can do this, Arya. Trust your wolf. Let us show them what we're made of, she breathed, energy coursing through her veins. Alina lunged first, her form shifting into a powerful wolf seamlessly, muscles coiling with strength. She was a magnificent creature, her coat glistening under the moonlight, a testament to her lineage. But Arya felt her own wolf awaken, roaring to life within her as she transformed, colors swirling into existence, a blend of midnight blue and silver, a reflection of her spirit. The connection to her wolf was electric, visceral. Let us do this, she held, the sound reverberating through the clearing. The clash of their forms sent shockwaves through the pack. Arya felt the energy of the moon fueling her instincts, each movement a dance of raw power. They circled each other, muscles taut, eyes locked with fierce determination. Alina charged, teeth bared, and Arya met her with bravado, a fierce snarl erupting from her lips. The pack roared with excitement, their energy pulsing in time with the fight. Arya dodged, feeling the wind of Alina's attack brush past her fur. You'll have to do better than that, she taunted, her wolf eager and alive. But as they clashed again, she felt doubt creep back in. Was she truly strong enough? Could she stand against someone with more experience, someone bred to lead? In that moment of hesitation, Alina seized the advantage, knocking Arya off balance. She landed hard, the ground shaking beneath her. You read just a shadow, Arya, nothing but a fleeting flicker. Alina's voice echoed a cruel taunt, but rage ignited within Area. I am more than a shadow, she roared, pushing herself up as the moon bathed her in silvery light, fueling her defiance. With newfound strength, she lunged, meeting Alina head-on, their bodies colliding fiercely. Aria's wolf surged, a wave of power and determination flooding through her. Together, we are unstoppable. In an explosive moment, she unleashed her energy, a force radiating outward. The impact sent Alina stumbling back, shock rippling across the crowd. Aria stood tall, the fire in her soul blazing brighter than ever. I will not let you take my place. My wolf is my strength, and I'll protect what is mine. The pack erupted in howls, a chorus of support ringing in her ears. Aria felt the weight of their belief in her, a tangible power surging through her veins. And in that moment of clarity, she realized love and strength were intertwined, her wolf inseparable from her heart. Alina regained her footing, fury etched on her face, but doubt flickered in her eyes. You think you are worthy? This isn't over, Aria. I will prove myself. Then prove it. Aria's voice was fierce, a challenge thrown back into the night. But know this, you will never take me or my place. I am destined to stand beside my mate, and I will protect my pack. As the final echoes of their challenge faded, the pack rallied around her, their howls a symphony of unity. With Ethan at her side, pride illuminating his features, Aria felt the wave of love flood through her, stronger than any fear. Her love was pure, but her wolf was silent. Part 3 ***. The moon hung heavy in the sky, casting a silvery glow over the whispering pines, but the warmth of Aria's victory felt like a shield against the chill of uncertainty. With every howl of the pack echoing in her ears, she stood tall, but the shadows of doubt still loomed over her heart. As she shifted back into her human form, the exhilaration faded, replaced by the weight of responsibility. The cheers of the pack softened to a distant hum. Aria locked eyes with Ethan, who beamed with pride. Yet, behind that smile, she sensed his worry, a flicker of concern that mirrored her own. Aria, you are incredible, Ethan said, stepping closer, his voice low and filled with awe. I knew you had it in you. She offered a shaky smile, but her heart raced with the aftershocks of the challenge. I felt powerful, but what if it wasn't enough? What if I only angered her? Don't doubt yourself, Ethan urged, brushing his fingers against her arm. You stood your ground. Alina may be powerful, but you've shown everyone who you are. You are meant to be here beside me. His touch sent a rush of warmth through her, but the shadows of doubt still lingered. But what if she returns? I can't just let her bully me into submission. You want Ethan said firmly, his gaze unwavering. You are stronger now. We'll face whatever comes together. But the unease within her felt like a storm brewing on the horizon, threatening to engulf them both. Suddenly, a cold voice sliced through the atmosphere, freezing Aria in place. So, the little wolf thinks she can outshine me? Alina emerged from the crowd, a fierce glint in her eyes like shards of ice. UV only delayed the inevitable, Aria. Enough, Alina. Violin's voice thundered, a protective mantle of authority descending over the clearing. This ends here. We are a pack, and we do not challenge one another without reason. Alina's expression twisted with frustration. But the challenge was made. Alpha, Aria needs to learn that power isn't just about strength, it is also about cunning. You all adore her now, but how long until she proves she cannot be trusted? Is that what this is about? Aria shot back, her heart racing. You are afraid of losing your power. You think a challenge defines our worth. Alina's lips curled into a cold smile. Perhaps, but you should remember it is not just power you are up against, it is legacy. Enough. Rylan's voice boomed, silencing the crowd. Our pack is built on unity. Aria has proven her strength tonight. We do not sow discord among ourselves. Aria felt the relief wash over her, but Alina's intense stare felt like ice threading through her veins. You think this is over? I'll bide my time. Aria, you've awoken your wolf, but that means I'll be watching you closely. One mistake will be your downfall, Ethan interrupted, stepping protectively beside Aria. You can threaten her without consequences, Alina. We are a family. You do well to remember that. The tension hung thick in the air, but Rita, the pack healer, broke the silence. Let us not forget that our strength is in our unity. Let us celebrate Aria's awakening and put aside our differences for one night. With a reluctant nod, Rylan, the alpha, gestured for the pack to regroup. The energy shifted slightly, but Aria could still feel the undercurrents of animosity swirling around her, especially from Alina. As the night progressed, Aria and Ethan were swept into the celebrations. The pack danced under the moonlight, their bodies moving together in a symphony of joy. Laughter rang out like music, yet a heavy weight clung to Aria's heart. She glanced toward the edge of the clearing, where Alina stood watching, her expression unreadable. "Let us not dwell on her," Ethan said, pulling Aria closer. "Tonight is about you and your wolf, embrace it." "I will," Aria promised, but a quiet voice in her head whispered doubts. "But what if this awakening brings more danger? What if I can't protect what I love?" "Whatever comes, we face it together," Ethan reassured her, his gaze unwavering. "You've awakened not just your wolf, but your strength. You belong here." His words stirred something deep within her, igniting a flicker of hope that maybe, just maybe, it could weather this storm. Yet, as the celebrations continued, Aria felt Alina's eyes on her, weighty and predatory. The night wore on, and the pack's joy began to wane as the shadows deepened. With every howl and cheer, Aria felt the tension build, a storm gathering just beyond the tree line. As the last of the laughter faded, Rylan called for silence. "Pack, we must remember our purpose and protect our unity. Our strength lies in our bonds, and with Aria's awakening, we must remain vigilant." Aria felt the weight of his words. "What do you mean? What danger should we prepare for?" "There are whisperings of a rival pack seeking to undermine us," Rylan replied, his voice firm. "Your strength is now a beacon, Aria. We must ensure it does not attract unwelcome attention." "Rival pack?" Ethan echoed, concern deepening the lines of his brow. "Are you saying they would come for Aria?" "It is possible," Rylan replied, his gaze turning serious. "Power can be intoxicating, and not everyone in the forest shares our values. Aria, you must be cautious." Aria's heart raced. "What should we do?" "Prepare the pack," Rylan instructed. "Train together, bond even more closely, trust in one another. We will need it." As the pack dispersed, Aria felt a twinge of fear clot her heart. "Ethan, what if they come for us, for you?" "We'll fight together," he replied, resolute. "You are not alone anymore, Aria. We will protect our home." But as they returned to the edge of the clearing, a sudden howl pierced the night, a sound sharp and haunting, echoing through the trees. "Did you hear that?" Aria's pulse quickened. "What was that?" Ethan's expression darkened. "A warning. It sounds like they re near." A chill swept through the pack as they gathered, their senses heightened. Rylan raised his hand to quiet them. "Stay alert. We must protect our territory." Aria felt the electricity in the air, her wolf stirring, sensing the danger lurking in the shadows. "What do we do?" "Stay close," Ethan urged, his grip firm on her hand. "We won't let anything happen to you." As the howl echoed again, closer this time, Aria swallowed hard, caught between fear and determination. "Whatever comes, we'll face it together. I won't let fear hold me back." The pack stood united, their energy palpable, and for the first time, Aria felt the true power of their bond. She was part of something greater, a family bound by loyalty and love. But as the night deepened, Aria couldn't shake the feeling that Alina's jealousy had not only awakened her wolf, but had also stirred something dark, an impending storm that threatened to tear their world apart. Together, she whispered to herself, clinging to Ethan's hand as they prepared to face whatever lay ahead. Destiny had woven their fates tightly, and she would honor that bond, no matter the cost. As they stood ready, hearts pounding in sync, Aria felt the fire within her ignite a fierce, unyielding flame that burned brightly against the encroaching darkness. And with every breath, she vowed to protect what she loved, to stand by her mate and her pack, come what may. Her love was pure, but her wolf was silent. Part 4. The night air crackled with tension, the echoes of the haunting howl still resonating in the trees as the pack braced for what lay ahead. Aria stood beside Ethan, her heart thrumming against her ribcage, a wild drumbeat of fear and anticipation. "Do you think they reach close?" she whispered, instinctively leaning into Ethan's side, his warmth a shield against the chilling unease creeping into the clearing. Ethan's golden eyes scanned the darkness, his fingers gripping his tightly. "We'll be ready for them," he replied, his voice a steady anchor amid the uncertainty. "We've faced challenges before, and together, we'll face this. You have your wolf now, Aria. But doubt not at her. I feel strong, but what if they were more powerful than we expect? What if my awakening draws them to me specifically?" she said, her voice trembling as anxiety clawed at her throat. "They know the strength of our pack," he assured her, his brow furrowed in determination. "They won't take us lightly. We have each other, and we're reunited. That has to count for something." A murmur rippled through the pack as Rylan stepped forward, his presence casting a palpable aura of authority. "Listen carefully, everyone," he commanded, drawing the attention of the wolves who had gathered. We are on alert. We must protect our territory, and most importantly, we must protect Area. A new bond has awakened within her, and that power can be both a beacon and a target. How do we prepare? Area asked, stepping forward, her heart racing with the weight of responsibility. What can we do to ensure we resafe? Rylan's gaze softened slightly. Training. We need to hone our skills, strengthen our bonds. We cannot allow fear to dictate our actions. Our strength lies in our unity, and your awakening Area is a part of that. But I can't help but feel like I am the center of this storm, she admitted, her voice cracking. What if this whole thing is my fault? Enough. Rylan's voice rumbled through the clearing. You are not to blame for the actions of others. We are a pack, and we protect our own. You are one of us, and we will not let anyone tear that apart. Ethan squeezed her hand tightly, a silent promise echoing in his touch. We be with you always. As the pack dispersed to prepare for training, Area felt the weight of their collective hope resting upon her shoulders. She turned to Ethan, her heart heavy with uncertainty. What if I am not strong enough? What if Alina's jealousy leads to something worse? Then we'll face it together, he repeated, his voice unwavering. You know how much you mean to this pack. They believe in you just as fiercely as I do. We'll train and become stronger together. The forest shadows flickered with the light of the moon, but Aria's heart felt shrouded in darkness. She watched as the pack began their exercises, wolves shifting into their forms, muscles taut with energy. Yet her own wolf felt restless within her, echoing her turmoil. I need to train, she murmured, determination flaring in her chest. I want to be a liability to you or the pack. Ethan observed her, his expression softening. You are not a liability, Area. You are a part of this family. Just remember to listen to your wolf. She'll guide you. I will, she promised, her voice a steadying whisper. For all of us. As the pack began to warm up, Area took a deep breath, shifting into her wolf form. The cool night air enveloped her, a comforting embrace as her senses heightened. The world around her transformed. The rustling leaves sang of secrets, and the scent of pine grew richer, more intoxicating. Come on. Ethan's voice rang out, pulling her from her thoughts. He had shifted as well, his golden fur gleaming under the moonlight. Let us show them what we were made of. With a surge of energy, she joined him, their bodies moving in synchronization as they leaped through the forest, weaving between trees, their laughter echoing like music. But as they reached a clearing, a sudden tension gripped her. Do you feel that? Area asked, her instincts flaring to life. Ethan halted, his ears flicking as he listened intently. Yeah, something is off. And then, from the shadows, a low growl rumbled, reverberating through the air like a warning. Out stepped a dark figure, sleek and powerful, a wolf with fur as black as the night, eyes glinting with malice. Alina. Thought you could hide behind your pack, Area. Alina taunted, her voice dripping with disdain. You believe you're worthy now? You barely survived our last encounter. Aria's heart raced, anger boiling within her. I've proven myself, you don't scare me, Alina. Really? Alina's lips curled in a smirk, her voice mocking. Let us see if you've truly found your strength, or if it is just a fleeting moment of luck. Without warning, Alina lunged, powerful and swift. Aria barely had time to react, but she felt her wolf surge, instinct taking over. They collided, a clash of muscle and fury, and Aria felt the power of her wolf waken, a fire igniting within her. Fight, Aria. Ethan's encouraging howl rang out, igniting her spirit. She retaliated, her wolf embracing the challenge, pushing back against Alina's relentless assault. I want you back down. Aria growled, dodging Alina's sharp teeth, feeling her wolf's strength flow through her. Alina persisted, her attacks fierce and calculated. You think you can stand beside the alpha? You be a disgrace. Aria's breath quickened, anger roaring through her blood. I am not a disgrace. I fight for my pack. With a renewed sense of determination, she surged forward, channeling every ounce of strength from her wolf. They clashed again, but this time, Aria found her rhythm, each movement a dance of power and grace. Suddenly, she remembered Ethan's words, their bond grounding her. Together, we are unstoppable, she howled, her spirit soaring as she pushed against Alina with a force that shocked even herself. In that moment, she felt the unity of the pack behind her, their belief in her granting her strength. I will protect what is mine. With one final surge, Aria knocked Alina off balance, sending her crashing to the ground. The clearing fell silent, the pack watching in awe as Aria stood tall, snarling with fierce determination. Alina scrambled back to her feet, fury radiating from her. This isn't finish, Aria. You think you've won. This was only a glimpse of what you'll face. Then let us face it together, Arya replied, her voice steady and fierce. Whatever comes, I will not let fear rule me. I have my wolf, my pack, and my mate by my side. As Alina retreated into the shadows, a sense of victory coursed through Arya. But the air still crackled with tension. She knew the battle was far from over. Ethan bounded over, his golden fur gleaming as he nuzzled her. You did it, Arya. You showed her your strength. I am still scared, she admitted, her voice trembling. What if this isn't the last we see of her? We'll be prepared, Ethan assured her, his gaze unwavering. You've proven yourself tonight. You're stronger than you think. As the moon hung high above them, Arya felt a shift within her, a deep understanding of her place within the pack. But the shadows of doubt still hovered. Alina's vindictiveness was a threat that loomed larger with every passing moment. I want to let her undermine us, Arya vowed, her voice fierce with conviction. And not now, not ever. Together, Ethan echoes, his eyes shining with pride. Always. As they stood side by side, Arya understood that their bond was not just a connection of love, but a powerful force that could withstand the storms ahead. They were destined to face whatever challenges awaited, their hearts intertwined in a dance of fate and loyalty. The night deepened around them, the whispers of the forest singing a lullaby of hope. And as Arya took a step forward, her heart filled with the fierce flame of determination, she knew that love, trust, and unity would carry them through the darkness that threatened to engulf their world. Together, they would forge a destiny of their own making, fighting for their pack and the love that bound them, a love pure and fierce, ignited under the watchful eye of the moon.